before we do anything else for the day, before we get started, it's time. We need to review my Path of Exile Sentinel League starter. So what we decided to start off as this time is a Cyclone Shockwave Slayer. And this build is based off of my buddy Navandis Gaming, who I've really enjoyed his builds in the past, and I used for my Ice Crash Berserker before. Really have enjoyed his build, so shoutouts to him. But here's where we're at right now. We're at level 84, still very, very much like working through getting my stuff right. So like right now, for example, like my accuracy is really low. Thankfully, my defenses are okay. We've got max res, a little bit over max like res. Like we have like extra res, which is cool. We're playing Impale, so we have a good chance to impale. We have a 100% chance to impale on hits. And my critical strike chance right now is about 33.5, with 312% crit modifier. So that's where we're at right now. The main thing I guess we could look at is the skill, but I think that's like the main thing. But we'll walk you through the gear stuff first. So I was able to buy this weapon from my main man Bam. This one's pretty juicy. Socketed melee gems +1, which is nice. A little bit of physical damage crafted on there to go along with the 90% increased physical damage. So it's alright. It's alright. It's got some crit multiplier, some cold res on it. And we were in that one running Cyclone with melee fizz, pulverize for more AoE and AoE damage with Shockwave support. This is the big one. So whenever I hit something with one of my Cyclones, it procs a Shockwave, which is pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Then the Shockwave itself deals damage in an area and recovers, I guess, pretty fast. It is only like, you know, it can proc like once per second, but it's still pretty good. And then we have Brutality that makes you just deal more physical damage, but I can't deal any other kind of damage, so that's good. I've been rocking this Praxis ring, bought this for 1 Chaos. It's been wearing it since the very beginning, since level 22. It's for the reduced mana cost of skills, but it makes my Cyclone free. So that's pretty cool. Which is good, because I have a whopping total of 14 mana altogether, so having that be free is important. In my gloves, we've got some spiked gloves for the increased melee damage. We only have 1 to 2 physical damage to attacks, but it does have good armor and 2 different resists, which is nice, and some max life we crafted on there. For this one, we've got Life Tap going on with Blood Rage and with Frost Blink for my mobility stuff. Then we have Dread Banner unlinked. Dread Banner is the thing that gives you some impale chance. We found this from a tribute. We were using the Magnate for a little while, but I think the Intimidate is pretty good, and my resistances are still good with this, so. And it has the reduced damage from critical strikes, which is kind of good defensively. For these boots, we did my my lab yesterday, and we got the 10% increased movement speed. If you haven't been hit recently, so that's like good for like running around in maps and stuff. Oh yeah, it's big having that +1 melee thingies. These have life, double res, increased movement speed, which is nice. We have this one. We have Molten Shell linked with life tap support and mark on hit support, but the mark on hit is for Assassin's Mark. But these are supposed to be bound with life tap, so they're just bound together. But what it does is it curses like the unique and rare monsters with Assassin's Mark, which gives me more crit chance and more crit multiplier on those guys. And power charge, but we don't really use power charges too much, but it is kind of cool. This is just a big stat and resistance ring. It's got 15 to fire and lightning, and it's got dex, strength, and intelligence, all plus like 34 or 35. A little bit of physical damage added to it. It's got life on it. It's got cold res on top of that, so it's got triple res, triple stat, which is awesome. And then I just crafted some life leech on there because that's like all I can do. That'd be useful. This one is another big stat item. We need a lot of dex and intelligence to use my stuff, so we've had to kind of use those puzzle pieces in interesting ways. So we've got dex and intelligence. This is a lot of melee fizz on there, or just physical damage on there. A little bit of crit, a little bit of life, some lightning res and intelligence we crafted on there. Big old chest piece that we bought as well. It's got a little bit of armor, a little bit of life regen, a little bit of lightning, but the main thing is just that it's got a nice little 5-link. Got this from Mr. Bam as well. This will be good for my aura setup. Once we put in lightning in there, we're good to go. I think I'll probably maybe have to change one of these But yeah, we'll put Enlighten in there, and that'll help. Then we can put like another aura eventually, but it's not 6 linked, so we'll have to figure out what we want to do with that. Anyway, for this one, we've got the totem set up. We've got Ancestral War Chief with Ancestral Protector. This one is Vol, though, so I can actually have the Vol War Chief and the Protector down at the same time. We have them both maiming, and they're both based off of life tap as well, so every skill that I cast besides Cyclone doesn't cost any mana, it just costs life, which is good because we have 14 mana, like I said. So it's pretty funny. Yeah, today we got this. Today we got this. We want to put this in the green one? Yeah, we could. That's where my gear is looking right now. For my flasks, we've got an Insta Flask that removes, or doesn't remove, but gives me immunity to bleed and corrupted blood. These are very likely to change, but we've got freeze immunity. We've got a Lion's Roar that we bought for 1C. We've got poison immunity, which is kind of funny. And then I have just another life flask, because sometimes you need 2 life flasks, man. That's how it goes. So my action bar is just like all my auras on my other bar. And then I have just Cyclone with, the only thing I really press is Blood Rage, and I blink around. Occasionally I'll leap, but it's not really bound to anything, so it's kind of slow. And then I have Molten Shell just on my move. And then I don't really use the banner, but I just have it there anyway. For my skills, holy moly. The skill tree. Once again, this is a good place to check out Navandis if you want to, but we can start off with my Ascendancy. With my Ascendancy, we actually went for the Leech first, but maybe you go Impact first next time, if you wanted to. We are a Slayer, like I said, so we have cool things like attack damage, AoE, we've got some more accuracy, strike range, and then you get this thing where you get more AoE if you've killed stuff, which is pretty cool. And you also just deal more damage when people are close to you, which is nice. It works with Pride, it works with my Intimidate. Pretty good with good old Cyclone. Got damage and life leech going on with this big Slayer leech. Increased maximum recovery per life leech, so hitting a bunch of different instances of life leech makes you able to recover more, which is cool. And the big one is life leech effects are not removed when you actually heal to full, which is big. And then you also have 10% reduced damage taken while leeching, so tons of life leech. Then you have this guy, attack speed and damage. And then you have more damage if you've killed something recently, so you just scale up. You can't take reflected damage, it lets you run a lot more map types, which is nice. And you have 20% more damage with hits and ailments against uniques, so you shred normal mobs, and you shred elites, which is sick. Then you have more damage and attack speed. And this one's really neat. The 20% execute is awesome, especially against, like, you know, big mobs. Once they hit 20%, they're gone. You're just deleting 20% of their HP, which is awesome. And you have increased attack speed and movement speed. But the movement speed comes from killing normal enemies, and then the attack speed comes from killing rares, so you're just shredding packs. You can probably take a look at Navandis for the entire walkthrough, but basically what we've gotten is we've got on here for life, and for some accuracy and attack speed. We have stun immunity, we've got different sort of two-handed nodes, and impale nodes, which is cool. Looking for lots of life, impale, and two-handed damage mostly. We worked on these ones recently. All this kind of stuff, which is cool. I really might, against better judgment, go and grab these thingies. Where are they? Some of the accuracy nodes that are in here somewhere. These guys, just for a little while, before I pick up jewel sockets. But yeah, we also have the Fortify. I think this is big. Coming down here to grab Fortify and then getting the mastery for it just gives you Fortify whenever you attack something with melee is sweet. We have a couple things that give me plus max res too. We have like the max res thing in here. So we're getting some resistances from my tree, but then we have plus max lightning res and plus 2 all, which is awesome. We have plus 1 to fire max res. We've also come up here for mana efficiency, and then we also have staff nodes. Like a lot of crit on the staves, which is awesome, because that's what we're using as a staff. I like these as a sword, but staves are sick, man. They give you tons of crit, which is something that we want to scale off of as well. Something that's new to me that I'm loving is not this thing, but it's the Atlas skills. I might need to get the Kirax Vault Pass now that I think about it, actually. Might need to buy that. Anyway, this thing. This is new and awesome. What we're trying to do primarily, at the recommendation of Big Man Bam, is grab these shaping things that just help my maps drop 1 tier higher. So that's what we're working on. And I like Nico's stuff, so I might work on Nico's stuff. And I also might try to find a way to block Harvest, which I have to go all the way over here for that, but maybe I'll do it. We got to go this way anyway, so just dink our way down here and then go take out Harvest because I don't like it. But that's our progression path right now. I think today our objective is to try to buy an Enlighten support so we can have more auras and then scale off of that. But so far this build has been great. It's really been a lot of fun. Pretty obsessed with Path of Exile right now. There's a lot of fun games out there, but when I look in my heart and think what do I want to play, this is it. So it's gonna be a fun day. We're just gonna fire it up right now on stream. I wanted to do a little build update while we are at level 84 because things are gonna go crazy. I'm gonna start scaling. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Let's get on the grind. Okay, I need to fix that keybind too. But we will. What's going on here? Okay. I thought I did fix that one. Maybe not. Let me see if I can do that.
I can't do this just yet.
What was it? Shift space? Let's see. Was it the overlay that does that? It might be actually. I went ahead and got the overlay and stuff. Let's see. We don't want that to be a thing anymore. I don't know where that keybind is still a thing. Look, perplexed, I am perplexed. I'm looking at my Overwolf thing to figure out why it's still closing my game when I press F9. So I don't know if it's that one or this one. I'm pretty sure it's not that. Overwolf, yeah. It's an important thing to not be closing my game when I'm doing that. Yeah. Yeah, we don't want that. Okay, I found it. Okay. Should be good. I like the Overwolf thing. There's gonna be a lot of this. What am I gonna play? Am I gonna still play V Rising? I was thinking about it, bro, and I was looking at the game, and it looks fun, but like I was saying, man, it's like, in my heart, when I think about what I want to do today, I just want to play PoE, man. I just want to play Path of Exile. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Is that okay? That's the plan. Let's get to it.